Hello grade 5, how are you? This is our 5th online lecture, and in this lecture I'm going to explain something new, which is the criteria of divisibility by 3, 6, and 9, and 4. We already learned the divisibility by 2, 5, and 10, and in this video we are going to learn the tricks for 3, 4, 6, and 9. So first of all, I'm going to make a quick revision for divisibility by 2, 5, and 10, and then I'm going to teach you how do you find the divisibility by 3, 4, 6, and 9. So let us start by the division. So as I told you before, divisible means that a number divides equally into another number without a remainder. So the result will be a whole number. So first of all, or the first trick that we learned is the divisibility rule by 2. It's when the last digit or the ones digit is even. So if you have in the ones digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, that means this number is divisible by 2. For an example, 1008 is divisible by 2 because the ones digit is 8, which is divisible by 2. And this number, it's also divisible by 2 because the ones digit is 6. That means this number is an even number. Now, divisibility by 5. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is a 5 or 0. As an example, 99 is not divisible by 5 because the ones digit is not 0 or 5, while 875, as you can see, it's divisible by 5 because it ends in 5. 1280, it's also divisible by 5 because it ends with 0. Now the divisibility by 10, we say that a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. So the number 70 is divisible by 10 because the ones digit is 0. 33,690 is divisible by 10 because the ones digit is 0. Also keep in mind that a number is divisible by 10 if it's divisible by 2 and 5 at the same time, because this number should be even and it should be divisible by 5, so the only common between them is to end with 0. Now I want to remind you of the multiplication table of 3. You know that 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, it's 9. 3 times 4, it's 12. 3 times 5, it's 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. And 3 times 10 is 30. But what if that's the multiplication table of 3 that you have studied? But what if, for example, I have a big number? How can I know that this number belongs to the multiplication table of 3? So we are going to learn a trick which is different from those of 2, 5, and 10. This trick says that, look at the first number, it's 3 standing by itself, 6 standing by itself, also the 9. But here you have 1 and 2. If you add them together, 1 plus 2, you are going to get 3. Okay. Now if you add 1 plus 5, you are going to have 6. Now if you add 1 and 8, you're going to have 9. As if I'm trying to see something, let us continue. Now 21, if you add 2 plus 1, you are going to get 3. 24, if you add 2 and 4, you are going to get 6. 27, it's 9. And 3 plus 0, it's 0. So what you can see now is that this is 369, 369, 369. Okay, what does that mean? Well, in order to know that a number is divisible by 3, what you have to do is to add the digits of the number. So you have to add the digits of this number. So the digit sum is 3, 6, or 9, then this number belongs to the multiplication table of 3. So, as a rule, the digit sum is when you add the digits in the number, repeating themselves until you get only one digit. Like for example, you have here the number 1467. If you add the digits, so I'm going to add 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7. Those are the digits of the number. If you add them, I got 18. If you re-add this number, 1 plus 8, you're going to get 9. And then it's divisible by 3. So keep in mind, the sum should be 3, 6, or 9. Then I will say that this number is divisible by 3. Okay, so till now we learned 2, 5, 10, and 3. So 3, it's new. You have to add the numbers, the digits in the number. If you got 3, 6, and 9, then the number is divisible by 3. Now, how can I know that a number is divisible by 6? It should pass the test for the divisibility by 2 and 3. So in another word, an even number with digit sum 3, 6, or 9 is divisible by 6. So example, you have here 930. Do you agree that 930 is an even number? So it's divisible by 2. Why? Because the one's digit is 0. Now I need to check if it's divisible by 3. What do? I add the digits. 9 plus 3, it's 12. Re-add the digits. 1 plus 2, it's 3. And 3, that means this number is divisible by 3 and 2 at the same time, so it's definitely divisible by 6. Actually 6, you can write it as 2 times 3. So if the number is divisible by 2 and by 3 at the same time, then definitely it's divisible by 6. Also the second number, which is 6,000. If you add all the digits, you're going to get 6. Then this number is divisible by 3. And it has 0 in the ones digit, so it's divisible by 2. Divisible by 2 and divisible by 3 at the same time, then it's divisible by 6. So, in order to check the divisibility by 6, the number should pass through the test of divisibility by 2 and 3 at the same time. And here we go for the trick of divisibility by 4. Now, divisibility by 4 is different than the divisibility by 3. Well, in order to know that a number is divisible by 4, the last 2 digits of the number is divisible by 4. So the ones and the tens together, you have to look them and check if they are divisible by 4 or not. We do the same thing, but for the divisibility by 2, we look at the ones. But if we want to check the divisibility by 4, we need to check the ones and the tens together. So for an example, 9,264. You look at the ones and the tens together. Is 64 divisible by 4? This is very easy to check. You just use the division, okay? Or if you study them, if you know them directly, that's perfect. If not, you can check it just by division, and it's very easy. So here 4 times 1, it's 4. You subtract them. 6 minus 4, it's 2. Then you bring down the 4. What's the number you multiplied by 4 to get 24? It's 6. So 6 times 4, it's 24. The remainder is 0. So if the remainder is 0, then this number is divisible by 4. Then the whole number now is divisible by 4. Another example, 1,209, 124. So this 24, you can know directly that it's divisible by 4 because 6 times 4 is 24. So the whole number is divisible by 4. So it's just enough to check the ones and the tens together. Another example, it's 216. You take in the ones and the tens together, it's 16. And 16, it's divisible by 4 because 4 times 4, it's 16. So the whole number now is divisible by 4. And now the last trick, it's about the divisibility by 9. And the divisibility by 9 is similar to the divisibility by 3. Do you still remember how do we check the divisibility by 3? Then when we said that you have to add the digits, If you add them and you got 3, 6, and 9, then the number is divisible by 3. The same thing we are going to do in this one, but the sums should be 9. So if you add them, for example, we have 495. If you add 4 plus 9 plus 5, it's 18, and 18 is divisible by 9, so this number is divisible by 9. And another example, 999,918. So I'm going to add all digits. I'm going to get 45. If you add 4 plus 5, it's 9. So here the sum should be 9. The sum should be only 9 to tell that this number is divisible by 9. While in the divisibility by 3, 6, and 9, by 3, excuse me, the sum could be 3, 6, or 9. But in the divisibility by 9, the sum should only be 9. So now let us make a division for all the divisibility. So first we learn the divisibility by a number is divisible by 2 if it's an even number or the ones digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3 or the sum is 3, 6, or 9. And a number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits or if the ones and the tens together are divisible by 4. And if it's divisible by 5, then the number ends in a 5 or 0. 6 if the number is divisible by 2 and 3 at the same time. 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. And the last one, which is 10, if the number ends in a 0.